Taylor. And coming up next, third-generation competitor, Chavo Guerrero Jr. on Worldwide. It's swing time on WCW Worldwide as the self-proclaimed hottest commodity in all of pro wrestling, Johnny Swinger, makes his way to the ring.
Wow, you just read that exactly the way Johnny Swinger wrote it for you.
Oh, really? I think it's your notes, not mine.
Wait a minute, you've been listening to his PR babble? His machine that tries to proclaim him as the hottest thing in professional wrestling?
I didn't say he was. I said he's the self-proclaimed. Like you're the self-proclaimed Hollywood blonde, Mike Tenay.
I have never once made that claim.
Well, not publicly.
Platinum?
I hate to stooge you off. Johnny Swinger taking a undeserved bow in mid-ring. Who bows before the match?
I was just going to say, what is it with the pre-match bow?
Well, maybe he knows.
Do you think he's at the Budokan Hall here, or what is this?
Ooh, that'd be great. Third-generation competitor, Chavo Guerrero Jr. Son of, obviously, Chavo Guerrero.
Oh, where did you read that?
Well,
oh, you just made a deduction.
Well, yeah.
You remember Chavo Sr., though?
Deductive reasoning, of course.
How about the legendary matches, the classic battles that Chavo's father had with Rowdy Roddy Piper? They're still talking about those today all across the country, but as I can recall, primarily in the Southern California area, a few years back, Rowdy Roddy Piper and Chavo Guerrero Sr. tore it up.
No question about it. That Guerrero temper may flare up here on Johnny Swinger, and I got to tell you this. Since Pepe the Wonder Horse met his unfortunate demise in the wood chipper at the hands of the big wiggler himself, Norman Smiley, Chavo has been wrestling with a lot more intensity.
Night and day difference. The deep arm drag by Chavo Jr. takes over Johnny Swinger, and we have been impressed with Johnny Swinger, certainly on these worldwide broadcasts. It appears to me that he's just one victory away from really taking it up to that next level. A lot of the executive committee members have had their sights on Johnny Swinger as of late, and I think if Swinger could put together 2 or 3 good wins in a row against some of the top names in World Championship Wrestling, he'd find his way up the list of the rankings.
Well, he certainly has a good-looking athlete in there, and at times is a very accomplished wrestler, but certainly more concerned about his looks than he is about his in-ring ability. Chavo Guerrero slowed out escape from the corner. Johnny Swinger dropped toe hold from Chavo Jr. Side headlock takeover from Johnny Swinger. Swinger reminds me a lot of Scotty Riggs, a man that is also very overly concerned with his looks.
Well, Scotty Riggs has several championship reigns. He was a tag team champion here in WCW. Scotty Riggs is already a proven commodity. Johnny Swinger needs to make it up to that level, but you're right. From a look standpoint, and wow, what a move that was. Quick cover here, too.
Oh, and Chavo.
That would have been one of the wins that we were talking about earlier that would propel Johnny Swinger to possibly the heights of stardom.
Talk about skyrocketing into contention. Look at that. Shoulder high suplex from Swinger, and Chavo Jr. beaten down, lateral press. Billy Silverman over for a 2 count on Chavo Jr. Now look at that, throttling him the man. Just look at that, right in the throat.
And blatantly, right in front of our official Silverman counts him down, but he made sure that he got at least 4 out of that 5 count before breaking the hold and then going back to neutralizing Chavo with a reverse chinlock.
Ooh, wrenching that neck completely out of whack. You know, we are headed like a freight train for the Great American Bash at the Baltimore Arena. Oh, man, going to go to the Inner Harbor, have a double order of crab cakes, and go to the big show. Hang on! Cradles him up. Swinger out at 2. Ooh! Elbow shoulder block combination.
It's a perfect fit when you really think about it. What a great wrestling city Baltimore is. Another cover, hook of the leg, gets 2, and the kick out by Chavo Jr. Through the years, the great traditional World Championship Wrestling events, the historic championship bouts that have been contested in that building. Inside cradle to a small package and another 2 count, another near fall for Swinger.
I remember the Great American Bash in 1996 at the Baltimore Arena, the match everyone still talks about with Kevin Sullivan and Chris Benoit. It went up into the crowd, into the ladies' room, outside, back into the ring. maybe one of the first hardcore matches in World Championship Wrestling. That one sticks out in my mind. Baltimore is going to come unglued for the Great American Bash in June.
I'll never forget that night either. And you're right, they were ahead of their time if you really think about it. Kevin Sullivan and the Canadian crippler Chris Benoit tore down the house in Baltimore.
Swinger caught one right in the jaw. Clothesline from Chavo Guerrero Jr. Level Swinger. Swinger slowly back up. Chavo waits on it. Blocks the right. Oh, man. They're slunging it out in there. Chavo gets the best of Johnny Swinger. Shoots him across. Waits on him. Big back body drop. He was into the lights here in the Worldwide Arena.
Nice execution of the basic move, the back body drop. Chavo trying to weaken up his opponent. He scored a lot of victories as of late with that tornado DDT. Johnny Swinger needs to be careful, needs to watch out for that move.
Ran into the knee. High vertical. Oh! What a counter! Out of the suplex, into the DDT. Chavo Guerrero Jr. wins it. Whoa!
You know, we often talk about that little variable, that variation to a move that'll catch your opponent off guard. Well, that's exactly what it was that time for Chavo Jr. Usually he'll go to the top ropes in an effort to use that tornado DDT. That time he caught it in mid-move, planted his opponent Johnny Swinger in the middle of the ring, and the 3 count of the pinfall was academic at that point.
Chavo Guerrero Jr. back to his winning ways here.